I'm going to give you guys some insight right now on this election and why Donald Trump came out victorious. And the reason I'm doing this video is because it shows how powerful social media can be. I genuinely believe what gave Donald Trump the edge to win this election is the fact that he was showcased on every single major podcast. He had all the support on earth. He was the lead guy to do this, bro. He was at a bunch of UFC events, showcased there. Every major podcast, Joe Rogan's, Theo Von's, Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross, the list goes on. I believe that with all of this influence, which is because of social media and all these platforms, that is what's done it. And I'm not saying he didn't get other votes because of other things, but those are some large audiences. Thank God for it. Thank God. This goes to show the world we're living in today. We are starting to overpower the news with how much influence we have in the world. There's some negatives about social media. It's done some pretty terrible things. But it's going to do amazing things. It already has. We all have a platform at the end of the day. Anybody can make a platform. I have a platform. You guys, some of you probably have a platform. Anybody can make a platform. And the dudes with the highest platforms had Trump on. So much influence. That's going to influence all the viewers, at least some, to side with Trump. Because people's audiences side with them. So if they have Trump on, there you go. So this is where we're at. Donald Trump wins the 2024 election. I couldn't be happier for this. I couldn't imagine what would have happened having Kamala won the election. Nobody wanted that. Nobody I've talked to. I haven't talked to one person, bro, who wanted Kamala to win the election. Not one. I've never heard one person say it. Even in comment sections online, I haven't seen Kamala supporters. Now, it probably was out there. I just didn't see it. That's how little it is out there. That's how many people was siding with Trump. And a huge reason being, I believe, is because of all those major podcasts he's been on. And that was a part of the plan. That was a part of his plan. He had Dana White with the UFC, Theo Von, Joe Rogan, Aiden Ross, Nelk Boys, all those platforms, massive, bro. Massive. It's a lot of influence. It's a lot of people. That's a lot of votes. Millions. Hundreds of millions in total. So this is what's going on. Obviously, crypto is going to do real well because of this. Anybody who's invested in a crypto, congratulations. You will receive your earnings in due time. It's pretty exciting. All this is exciting. I'm not even from the United States, but this is going to make a positive impact even in Canada, which is where I come from. Guaranteed. Next year, we get Trudeau out of the office. things get even better. And with all this being said, there's some people that heavily rely on presidents, prime minister in Canada for their success. And I'm here to tell you that no matter what happens with the election, it's not going to make you rich. It's not going to change your life. And I can see why people would want a certain president, certain prime minister, because it can benefit, it can help. It can help me, it can help you, it can help us. It's still not going to make you rich. So that's where I don't see why some people think that with a different president or prime minister that it's going to change the whole world or make you rich. It ain't going to do that much. It ain't going to make you rich. It could save you some money. Inflation could come down. Interest rates could change. Things could happen. Make more money in crypto. But it's still not going to make you rich unless you have a serious amount of money in crypto. And because of the election, it went that way. But with your job, with certain things, it's not going to change that much. So to rely on this stuff the way some people go on about, at the end of the day, you still got to get up and get after it, and life is going to go on, regardless of who the president is, regardless who the prime minister is. This is why I never gave that much of an F, like who's about that stuff. Now, sure, we would want the best president. Sure, we'd want the best prime minister. Sure, we'd like the benefits of gas being lower, inflation being lower. Still not going to change your life. That's why I don't care that much. Some people care more. Some people is going to be rich regardless. So why would they care that much? And I'm not saying it can't benefit, because it can. It's not what I'm banking on. Some people are that invested that they're banking on it. They're banking on it. They're banking on it. That is not the mindset. It's not going to do that much. We are the only ones that's really going to change our lives at the end of the day. Sure, you can save some bucks per year. Sure, other things can be a little bit better. Not going to be that much. A new president ain't going to put $100 million in your bank. New prime minister ain't going to put $100 million in your bank. You're not going to save that much in your lifetime because inflation went down. We still got to get after it in this life. And that is a part of the message in this video. As we've already explained, why I believe Trump has got the nod. I think those things probably put him over and got him the W, which I'm happy about, thrilled about. But I don't expect it to change my life. So if you guys are on that boat where you expect a certain president or prime minister that's going to change your life, you have a lot of looking in different places to do, because it's not going to do enough. I don't watch the news. I don't pay attention to politics. I don't do those things. I'm mainly focused on my own life and the important things that revolves around my life. That's going to get you the W more than everything else. More than a president change, more than a prime minister change. But a lot of people like to sit back and complain too much. Oh, well, this or that or that or this. Well, There's always a different solution for a problem. You got to find a different solution. If your job doesn't make you enough money, inflation's gone up, you can't afford this, you can't afford that, well, there's a solution. You can grind harder. You can start another side hustle. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. Nobody's stopping you from making more money, for investing money. Nobody's going to stop you from doing that. That's the thing. So I just don't understand why people get so invested into the things. And I get how some people could be excited, let's say, for Trump winning because of crypto and boom, including myself. But at the end of the day, there's still a million other variables that has nothing to do with a president or a prime minister that we can take care of, we have control over. And you can't bank on that for success. You can't think a presidential change or a prime minister change is gonna like land a treasure chest on your front doorstep, because that ain't gonna happen. I think Trump talked about he wants to lower inflation. Gas price is gonna go down. I think he said something about reducing taxes. All those things are nice. It's gonna save you some bucks. Not gonna make you rich. It's not gonna... No one's gonna give us an opportunity to change our lives besides ourselves. That's where I'm getting to here. Donald Trump ain't gonna come and give you a job that's gonna make you $1 million a month or $1 million a year, which is still a shitload of money, but they ain't gonna do that. You have to do that. And I'm not saying make $1 million a month or a year, but I think you get the point of what I'm saying. This stuff is not the main thing that's going to change our lives. It is still us. These things can help. Having the right person in office, having the right person in charge can help. It can assist. We are still the main characters of our lives. We still run our ship. We can always do things to do better financially. And if saving money is a problem because inflation is too high, like I said, you're going to have to find another way to make more money. You can even quit your job and do something completely different. If your job doesn't make you enough money, you can work harder. You can go out west and work on the oil rigs, 100K a year. You can do lots of things. You just see a lot of people complaining. And I get that it can be frustrating if you work a job and that is your career, and all of a sudden interest rates are so high and you can't even fend for yourself almost, and you feel like you deserve that you should. I get why that's frustrating. It's not going to do nothing to cry about it. It's not going to do nothing to take to social media and start talking about it. You have to find a different way. There is a solution to every problem. It is on us to do what we got to do in this world. They could put a chocolate bar up to $10 for all we know. And obviously that wouldn't happen overnight, but you never know what's going to happen eventually. We also don't know the opportunities that's going to come down the line. They could create something in this world, guys, that in 5 years' time, or less, or maybe a little bit more, that could give every single one of us an opportunity to make a bunch more money, to make it a lot easier to live. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't. But we still have to be the main focus, not the presidents, not the prime ministers. It's about what we are going to do. Because Because we're going to change our lives more than anybody else, more than the support system we have, more than the presidents, the prime ministers. We are still going to change our lives more than anybody else. From the work we put in, from the action we take, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to go down. So that's where we're at. That's what everybody has to understand. And yes, it can be exciting to have the right people in charge. It's going to make a difference. It's not going to be life-changing. It's not going to be life-altering. It's like, how can I explain this? It's like being at a hockey rink or something and winning the 50-50. You won $500 from a 50-50 draw. It's nice. It's not going to change your life. Good little bonus. Let's carry on now. That ain't going to change our lives. It's nice to feel like we win. It's nice to feel like we took a W, which we are from Trump being in charge. Life still goes on. We are the most important thing. And what I mean by that is what we're going to do. Not what a president's going to do, what we're going to do. Because they ain't going to come to our front doorstep to give us $1 million opportunity to make per year or per month or whatever the price is. That's going to be life-changing because that does not exist. We have to do that. We are the ones that have to do that. Not to bank on a president for our success. We are in charge of our success. But with that being said, let's go Trump. It's good. It's good. But life goes on. So with that being said, guys, that is the end. And I'll be back. God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.